Hi Twin Flames, welcome to my channel Alchemy of Twins with me Kiki. This is a new Divine Masculine mind reading, or you can consider it a Twin Flame mind reading. You can look at it for either feminine or masculine. I'll try to read it that way actually. I greet you in the love and light to the one infinite creator Adonai. We communicate now. God, send forth your spirit and they shall be created and you shall renew the face of the earth. Okay, so let's find out where your twin flame has been, what they have been thinking and feeling lately. This is for the week of October 6th through the 12th. Happy birthday to all of you that celebrate a birthday this week. I hope all your birthday wishes come true. Also, watch the Divine Masculine reading because I saw that, his fear of change is now being trumped by his fear of not changing. So that's a really good omen about pending changes in his life. These are all positive changes, but it requires faith. And he's, like I said, there's more fear in not changing now. Before he was afraid of change, but now he's afraid of not changing. But let's see where he's been, or the two of you been. Wow, blocks lifted. So either just prior to this reading or today, blocks have been lifted. So you may have put up a block or they put up a block, but previous obstacles came from fear and they are now lifted away, right? He was afraid of not changing. And maybe you were afraid of not changing. Whatever the fears were, those fears have been released. Blocks lifted for the two of you. Come, O Creator Spirit, bless and in our souls take up thy rest. Come with thy grace and heavenly aid to fill these hearts which you have made. Oh my Jesus, you said, ask and we shall receive, seek and we shall find, knock, and the door will be open to us. Yud He Vav He, He Aleph Aleph, Shin Aleph He. Oh, Five of Cups. He and you both have been missing each other terribly, and you both definitely stayed connected on the fifth dimension. Up there in your high and lofty nest up there in the cosmos, where you are united, where your future selves have already surrendered to one another, accepted one another, and pressed your hearts together. The two have become one. You did not lose that connection, even when there was a block, even when there was tremendous fear between the two of you. You still stayed connected. Here we have Taurus. That's the second house. Both of you are really fighting for your individual identities. Knowing who you are as an individual and the force, power, and being of your individuality. And so that could have created some fear that wanting to surrender to another was too much change. But now, because your higher self here stayed connected, you're maybe feeling less fearful. And you've lifted that and released that block. Lifted and released the block. So that's where you've been. Change. Things have been changing. Five of Cups. You've both have been like wounded and sort of nursing each other. Maybe the relationship ebbs and it flows and you take turns taking care of each other because there's a lot to work through. You're not children, you're not teenagers, you're not in your 20s, and you've already had a lot of life experience and you're still working through relationships that disappointed you, people that hurt you, and whenever you come into a relationship that's romantic, you feel very vulnerable, and so you're still working through that uncomfortableness, that uneasiness. And I think you both have been doing a really good job in taking care of each other. 31. Look at the blue bunny and the nurse, like nursing each other, playing doctor and nurse. Bandaging each other's wounds, licking each other's wounds, even like disclosing personal stories, crying. I see shedding tears. The little blue bunny is shedding a tear. Here they've become one. She's got his wings. So there's this hope that you're going to be united in the future in a very deep and spiritual way. And yes, they will return to you. They will be back. Maybe they don't tell you that they're coming back, but they are coming back. Maybe they don't tell you that they've given you the stamp of approval, but they do. And that's going to change. They're going to start saying those things. They're going to apply proper protocol, which is they come bearing gifts. They always show you respect and even reverence when it calls for, and that you get the stamp of their approval, and that they will make the next plan before they leave. So that's what's been going on. Let's see what's going to happen this week. Okay, what does he think? What does she think? They think that you are deserving. You're deserving of being in a relationship with them, that you deserve their love. And they're also thinking that they deserve love. They deserve to be in a relationship. You, like all God's children, deserve happiness, health, and love. Maybe at one point they thought, I don't do good in relationships. I'm not a good partner. I don't even deserve a relationship. I shouldn't even be in a relationship. But that's not the case this week. This week, the thought is, I deserve this. Or even maybe they thought like they were being hypercritical and judgmental of you, and you didn't deserve them. Maybe they were being like arrogant, but they're like, no, she or he deserves me. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There, she's like fighting the onion with her peppermint stick. It's like thinking that they have to really watch their words and thoughts, to think sweet thoughts and say sweet things instead of thinking negative things, which is that I don't deserve a relationship, that you're too good for me, or you're not good enough for me, all of those onion type thoughts, and to think more positively, to fight against really their own programming. There's a lot of negative programming out there. But that also comes from things maybe people said to you or said to them, and then it became a belief in them. It became an ingrained belief. And there is a need to fight against it. So if you fight against your own thoughts, you can change your mind. You can change your own mind. It's not easy, and a lot of people, they can't. They're weak. They're too weak to change their own mind, and they resort to other ways to change the way that they feel because their mind affects their actions, and they can't even control their actions. But we're in a higher vibration here. This is a high vibration. We have the power to change our own thoughts, our own narrative, our own mind, our own self-talk. This is a self-talk card. Well, yeah, the negative self-talk comes from people that just devoured you. So people were devouring your partner. They were devouring them, and they got into this negative mindset that they don't even want to be in a relationship because all people are going to devour me, or they don't deserve to be in a relationship because they're just going to get walked all over. So there was this negative thinking, but it came from some relationship where they weren't valued or appreciated. They were just consumed. Maybe they were consumed by also, maybe they cheated here. There's two girls. So maybe they were a cheater, and then they think, I can't do relationships. I can never be faithful in a relationship. I always cheat. Or maybe they cheated already and then they just think they don't deserve you because they cheated or you cheated. Somebody, either in the past or the present, and they feel like I don't deserve to be in a relationship, but that's changing. Because they're changing or you're changing. You're changing the way that you think about yourself. You're changing the way, or they are changing the way they think about themselves, and consequently the way they think about you. Sweetness. Patience is now required. Relax. Enjoy sweetness. Let the universe take care of the details. Yeah, maybe this person was really sweet and people took advantage of them. Maybe they were too sweet and they got themselves enmeshed in more than one relationship at a time, and then they regretted it. And then maybe they stopped being sweet because they felt like they didn't deserve a partner, or they didn't deserve you as a partner. Maybe they cheated on you and they felt like they didn't deserve you, and you were so sweet to them. They think you're so sweet. They think you deserve better. They think you deserve better than they have to give because they don't know how to give to just one person. And they think you're in a higher vibration, that you don't want them. They're like an onion when they're like with two people at once. You don't like that. They know that. They think that they can come up to your vibration if they treat themselves with respect. It's like maybe they were too sweet to other people because they were seeking attention, like a whoremonger or something. And then what happened is they got all enmeshed in other relationships. So they're learning how to give themselves that sweetness and not looking to externals to satisfy their ego, to feed their ego, stroke their ego, because that just gets them, it feels worse after. It's like, when you indulge in a vice, it feels good in the moment, but then afterwards you regret it. And so this having their ego stroked, just like a vice, and they're learning how to stroke their own ego, be sweet to themselves, and also be more patient. They also think you're very patient. And that's part of you being in this high vibration, that you're in a higher vibration than they are. Because there is this part where they feel like they want to show you reverence, get down on bended knee, and give you the respect that you deserve. That's what I see there. Give you the respect you deserve. So that's what they've been thinking. And that's what they're thinking this week. So it'll be interesting to see what they actually do. Libra. That's the new moon that we had in Libra. It was the eclipse. So that was all about partnership. So this week they're thinking about this partnership. It's important to them. They don't want to lose it because maybe they did mess up. They might have messed up here. So let's find out what they're feeling. What are they feeling? Speeches and speaking. They're feeling chatty. They're feeling like they have a lot to say. They're feeling this anxiousness to deliver an important message to you. They feel like they need to talk to you. They feel like they've got to talk to you now, and it's important, and they don't want to delay. They're feeling like this week is the time. It's the time to talk to you, to tell you what's on their mind, to tell you that they think you have such good vibes, that you're really sweet, that you've been so patient with them, that you're forgiving, and they don't deserve you, but they love you. Yeah, see, they love you, the lovers. Yeah, that's what they're feeling. They're feeling all the love that they've received from you deserves this sort of a conversation, that you deserve for them to tell you that they appreciate you, that they want to be with you, that they should have treated you better, and that they love you. This is what they're feeling. They're feeling love and responsibility. Love and responsibility. They're also feeling playful and 16. They feel like a child again. They feel like with you they can be themselves, that they can go all the way back to like their teenage years, adolescence, and remember who they were before all of those relationships that broke their heart and tore them apart and tore them asunder. They feel like with you, they can get back to who they were before all of that BS. It's like Alice in Wonderland. It's like they've gone down the rabbit hole, back through their whole life, and replayed everything and did the shadow work and saw that whatever they were sore about wasn't really anything compared to what they had with you. So why are they holding on to it? They feel free. It's like a card of freedom. They feel free. They feel like, why was I holding on to all that stuff? They feel illuminated, that they understand things now. The pink bunny. It's like Easter. It's like some sort of a renewal or resurrection of themselves, their true self. Because you're like your true self in your adolescence, when you're a teenager, before you have all those relationships that tear you apart. Yeah, they feel love. They feel like they got to get to the chapel on time because the wedding bells are ringing, and they can open their heart again and without fear. Because maybe they were really steeped in fear because they did get torn apart and devoured, and their heart was broken, shattered, walked on, whatever. But that, then they go back and they look at those relationships and they think, I wouldn't want to be with that person today anyway. So why am I harboring fear and resentment over it? It was probably better that it ended the way it did, because if I was still with that person, I'd be miserable. And so maybe it was all part of divine plan, that maybe my heart got broken because God was speeding me out of that relationship. And now I'm in a relationship with someone that I feel mutuality with. They feel mutuality. It's like I feel loved and I can love. It's being loved and giving love in return. So that's how they feel. Let's find out how they view and perceive you. How do they view and perceive you? These are the Archangel Gabriel cards. How do they view and perceive? Oh wait, let's see what they feel. Yeah, they are feeling very social this week. Here's Aquarius. This is Aquarius. So that's a card of, that's the house of your social life. So they're feeling social, like wanting to socialize with you. So how do they view and perceive you? View and perceive you. Divine guidance. The ideas you are receiving are heaven-sent answers to prayers. They think, that you are somebody that's meant to be in their life. Like they look back on their life and they think they weren't meant to be with any of those people. And thank God they're not with any of those people today. Thank God. They're thanking God for that now, rather than being like, woe is me, everybody hurts me, relationships don't last, love fails me, people just disappoint you, it's never going to work. No, now they see it as like, I was being saved, and now I'm with someone that's like heaven sent, that I'm supposed to be with. I'm being divinely guided to this person. So that's how they see you, someone they're being divinely guided to. Wow. Divinely guided to you. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They see you as somebody that's cutesy, demure, delicious. Adorable. You're not afraid to say what you want. You don't really fear hurting somebody else's feelings. That's how they see you. So you basically tell them how it is. But you do it, you really sugarcoat it. So they might see you as someone that can be really fake. Let me see. Because you do sugarcoat it too much. They're like, just tell me how it is. No, that's not how they see you though. You'll say something that's very true, but you sugarcoat it. That's how they see you. You'll say something really true, even if it's going to hurt their feelings, but you sugarcoat it. They think that this is very diplomatic, actually. So they see you as someone that's very diplomatic, that you'd rather tell the truth and sugarcoat it than be fake. That's where the fake word was coming from. Okay. So that's how they see you. They see you as someone that you'll tell the truth, even if it hurts somebody else's feelings, but you'll sugarcoat it because you would never want to be fake. Yeah, because King of Swords is never fake. And that means you're very diplomatic. This card here, all the birds flock to her because she has diplomacy. She knows how to, and when to engage, how to engage, when not to engage, when to tell the truth, how to tell the truth, when to hold your tongue. Yeah, that's how they see you. New chapter. You're the next chapter in their book, and this is going to be, actually, this is the book of love, so they see you as the next chapter. It's a brand new chapter, brand new beginning, and it's you and them. Okay, and they see you as this is going to be a fresh start. I like this chair. There's like a chair there. I like that chair. So there's a seat for you. They have a place reserved for you in that chair. Okay, let's see what they want with you. What do they really want, wish, and desire with you? What do they want, wish, and desire? Let's see how they see you. They see you as Leo. Wow, you're very charismatic. You're handsome, beautiful, sexy, fiery, passionate. You're like the life of the party, social, extravagant. You have a good hair. You have a nice mane. They love your hair. Okay, this is what they want. Nurture yourself. Investing time in self-care will yield more energy for you later. They really want to take care of themselves so that they have the energy to put into the relationship. So this week they're paying attention to taking care of themselves so that they have energy to put into the relationship. Investing time in self-care will yield more energy for later. And also, see, she's thinking about the books, which is the book of love, and you're in that next chapter. Okay. This is the Hanged Man. Yeah, they definitely, this week, they're paying attention to their energy resources. They know that they do need to take pauses. They do need to reflect, take care of themselves, step away from the connection in order to still have that energy to keep investing in the connection over the long term. So this person is an introvert, and they know that if they go too much, too fast with you, then they're going to get sort of out of balance. If they get out of balance, they could misbehave. So they really want to take care of themselves and balance their social activities with you and their self-care activities. Yeah, but the social activities, they're really looking forward to. They want to engage in those social activities with you. They want to do some fun things, like things that you do that are fun together, like recreational activities, games, stuff like that. Also eating, indulging, going out for dessert, going to movies, eating candy, going like bowling, going to the winter wonderland, going ice skating, going roller skating, going to like sporting events, themed parties, Halloween parties, like all that like fun kids stuff that you get to do even as an adult. That's what they want to do with you this week. They want to eat your goodies, or you want to give them your goodies. It depends on who's who. There's lollipops and candy canes and cherries and peppermint sticks. 22, Master Builder. They want to build the connection through these fun activities. They want to build the connection through fun activities. They want to take time out to have their beauty sleep and their beauty rest, to pause and reflect and regather their strength so that they can invest it in these activities. This is what they want, wish, and desire. Roll the dice. This love is a game of chance. Playing for keeps is anyone's luck. They might want to go to like the casino, go gambling. Maybe they like to play poker, have a poker night. But maybe they like to play blackjack or what craps. There's the dice, but 5-5. They want to change things up. Look, there's slippers. They might want to have a sleepover. There's ice skates. Did I mention ice skating? They might want to like have a night in where you cook together, but they definitely just want to find activities that are bonding. That's what they're wanting, like these fun activities that are bonding. Okay, and then also time for themselves. So let's see what they're actually going to do this week. What will they actually do? What will they actually do? This is like what they're going to do next. They might want to have you, they might want you to pose for them. They might want to paint you, or they might make some art or paint for you, paint some art for you. They might take you to like Artist Square, you know, like the Artist Square they have like in France, in Paris, I mean. Or like a lot of cities have little places like that. Maybe they take you to that like part of the city where that kind of stuff happens or that kind of stuff goes on, because they wanted to do fun activities. Like maybe they take you to like, you know, the marketplace, the green market or the night market, or a place where there's like, you know, the crafts. They're selling different art and crafts, and it's like fun stuff to do like in town. But also they might have you over and they play music, or you go out where they play music, or there's some sort of an artist, whether it's like musical art, creative art, fine art. Maybe you go to an art show or something around you sharing your art, them sharing their art, or you going out and appreciating someone else's art together. But that's something you're going to do this week. Mostly so you can enjoy each other's company. Share your art with the world. So someone's an artist in your connection, either they are or you are. They could be a writer here. The spider always represents authorship. This is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you could be going to some Halloween parties or decorating for Halloween together, watching spooky movies and doing something fun like that, maybe making costumes together, getting your creating like matching costumes and shopping and getting all of that stuff together to go to a party as like a matching couple. That's showing your art to the world, and maybe even enter like a costume contest or something. Maybe you go as Alice in Wonderland. But yeah, you're definitely going to go out to a party, go out, have fun, get dressed up. Maybe you go somewhere with your kids, or you take your kids out. You all go out and do something fun like that. There's lots of activities around this time of the year, fun activities. Yeah, like I feel like you go to the downtown area and you do something fun downtown. And it's like maybe a themed event where you get to get dressed up and do something artsy, creative. Destiny has brought you together, yet the outcome is decided by free will. Free will. Yeah, I feel like they're not going to like really apply any pressure. It's really kind of like, where do you want to go? Okay, let's go do that then. It's not really like, there isn't a rule about where we're going and what we have to do and we're going to do this. It's more like, what do you want to do? Oh, okay, I want to do that too. So let's do that. Or maybe it's like one of those weeks where one thing leads to another, which leads into another. It's like, pillow talk leads to sweet dreams, leads to coffee in the morning, kind of like that. Like you get together during the day and then you start talking and then you go shopping and then you get costumes and you go to this party, and it's just one thing leads to another. So that's what this week is going to be like for the two of you. It's a very social week because you did have Aquarius, and that's the house of social networking, parties, friends, get-togethers. So it's more of a social week than a spiritual week, but I think spiritually, what was the message? Oh, the basis of it is to bond. The basis of it is reparation of a relationship through repetitive activities that bond the two of you. Amen. I leave you in the love and light to the one infinite creator, Adonai. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in their power and their might and their miracles in your life. Amen.